Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB and today is the 16th of April 2024. Now, so far as the price of Bitcoin in the global cryptocurrency market is concerned, guys, it is pretty much the same and there is not much movement in the prices, but we do have some massive update that will definitely push the price of Bitcoin to new heights. And Hong Kong, guys, has approved the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news because look, guys, I'm pretty much sure other countries will be following a similar pursuit. And this just means one thing, guys, more people will be getting into Bitcoin ETF game, and because of that, indirectly the price of Bitcoin will be pumping up to the moon, isn't it? Now that thing being said, guys, we have a leading country from the Scandinavian region that is not a massive fan of Bitcoin mining, and Norway, guys, is actually threatening Bitcoin mining. So in today's episode, we'll go ahead and discuss what is the lawmakers of Norway have passed and how will that impact Bitcoin mining services. Now it could be possible, guys, that people will be fleeing to other countries that are very proactive so far as Bitcoin mining is concerned. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss this. Now look, guys, just few days from now, there is Bitcoin halving coming up, isn't it? And there is some really interesting data that has come out. And one of the Bitcoin miners, guys, going back to 2012, he had dormant Bitcoin which did not move. And he did actually receive 50 Bitcoin when he mined it back in 2010. And if you were to compare his Bitcoin now, guys, looks like he has got 87 million% gains. And right now that is worth $3.2 million. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this. Because looks like what that miner has done, he has gone ahead and transferred the 50 Bitcoins to Coinbase. And this, guys, is the power of open blockchain, isn't it? And publicly verifiable is one of the pillars of open blockchain. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and discuss this. Now finally, guys, we have some update regarding Move to Earn and STEPN, guys, which definitely made quite a lot of news in 2022 and 2023. They have actually collaborated with Adidas, and the partnership includes Crow-branded Genesis sneaker NFTs, and that is going to be minted on Solana blockchain. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now look, guys, me personally, I'm not a fan of STEPN, but because of this partnership, I'm definitely sure the prices of STEPN will increase, and also the prices of Solana will increase as well, isn't it? So definitely positive news, I guess. And this week, guys, because Bitcoin halving is coming up, what I'm doing is, before we look at the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum and Binance BNB chain, I'm planning to cover one technical aspects of Bitcoin. In yesterday's episode, guys, we looked at Bitcoin white paper. We also tried to look at it, how it merges with Austrian economics. Now in today's episode, guys, we're going to look at UTXO, that is unspent transaction output. Now mind you, guys, this might seem technical, but I'll try to break it down and make it as simple for you to understand. Now so far as UTXO or unspent transaction output is concerned, guys, it does give us some psychology regarding Bitcoin buyers and spenders. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. And guys, like we do in every Crypto and Coffee a Day podcast, I'm going to be covering two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is more of a report which is published by DMCC that actually states that the United Arab Emirates have secured $25 billion cryptocurrency transactions. So in today's episode, I'll go ahead and explore what that report is. Now the second news, guys, is also a report but it has to do with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And what that report actually states is that Saudi Arabia is taking the lead in metaverse adoption. And this news, guys, is actually published by Arab News. So I'll definitely go ahead and share more information regarding this news. Now, guys, before we kick off today's episode, Tough Mudder event is actually taking place on the 20th of this particular month at the iconic location of Mina Al Arab in Ras Al Khaimah. And as part of Blockchain DXB, guys, we have 2 tickets to give away. Now all you need to do, guys, in order to score this ticket, answer a question which is in the show notes below. And the question is pretty simple, guys. In the 10-kilometer event, how many obstacles would be there? All you need to do is, guys, mention how many obstacles and grab a free ticket. That'll be really cool to catch up with you guys and meet you guys at the event as well. So hopefully I see you guys at the Tough Mudder event. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee a Day has something for you. Our expert host We'll provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Tough Mudder Arabia, guys, they are putting some really iconic events in the Middle East, and there is one final event of the season that takes place on the 20th of April in the iconic location called as Al Marjan in Ras Al Khaimah. And the final event of the season, guys, is not going to be an ordinary event. They're going to be having some really cool obstacles. And so far as Tough Mudder is concerned, guys, they create hardcore obstacle courses designed to test your all-round strength, stamina and mental grit. And with the most innovative courses and millions of participants around the world, it is the premier challenge series in the world. Now look at Tough Mudder Arabia, they did put out, if not one of the biggest events in the world of obstacle course race, and they did that with the highest prize money in the history of obstacle course race. And what better way to end the series by having one final event on the 20th of April in the iconic location. Now look, guys, one of my goals is to complete 100 Tough Mudder, and I'm very close to getting there. Now if you want to go ahead and sign up for this event, the registration link is in the show notes below. So what are you waiting for, guys? Get your friends, get your family members, get your colleagues. The link to the registration for Tough Mudder Arabia on the 20th of April is in the show notes below. And if you go through the link, guys, there is a cool discount code mentioned in the show notes below as well. So hopefully, guys, I see you at the Tough Mudder event. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers.
a brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, it is exactly the same as yesterday at $2.31 trillion. But what has happened since the last 24 hours? There is a lot of buying and selling going on. Now I'm recording this podcast relatively later on today, and because of that guys, the global cryptocurrency market is down by 5.13%. Now if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume since the last 24 hours, it is still over the $100 billion mark. And this just means one thing guys, if the price of Bitcoin is going down and if the 24-hour volume is increasing, people are going ahead and selling a lot of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, isn't it? And this is the area where UTXO kicks in guys, because this would give us an idea on what the psychological behavior of buyers and spenders is, and we'll definitely go into touch base on that. Now so far the total cryptocurrency market volume is concerned, since the last 24 hours it is down by 4.54%. Now look guys, all these data could drastically change, because in today's episode we'll go and discuss some massive news regarding Hong Kong and their move regarding Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum ETF. So stay tuned to that news as well. Now let me quickly run through the volume in DeFi guys, because the volume is not looking that great to be honest. It is down to $8.82 billion and DeFi is accounting for only 7.78% of the total cryptocurrency market 24-hour volume. Now look guys, if you've been listening to the Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, I really am not liking the numbers for DeFi. Ideally guys, when we talk about Web 3.0 or when we talk about decentralization or distributed form of consensus working, DeFi should be dominating the cryptocurrency world, not necessarily stable coins. Now granted, stable coins do have specific use cases, but when we talk about peer-to-peer electronic cash system, it should be decentralized finance that should be dominating. I'm talking about DeFi to be accounting for 70 to 80%. When will that thing happen? I really am not sure to be honest guys. Because look, governments and regulations will definitely stand in the way between separation of money and the state. And that's precisely the reason why guys, last week, United Security and Exchange Commission went after Uniswap as well, isn't it? So we'll definitely go into touch based on those numbers. Now so far as the total value locked is concerned, it is at $86.43 billion. And Lido is still dominating guys so far as total value locked is concerned at $21.13 billion. Now that thing being said guys, the only metric that I'm kind of content with is decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, Now mind you, the numbers are not great, but the only reason why I'm content is since the last 6 weeks, decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, the matrix is relatively consistent. To date is at 26.34%. Prior to 6 weeks, guys, what used to happen is decentralized to centralized exchange dominance. The numbers used to pump up either on Saturdays or Sundays, and for some odd reasons only on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Now it could be possible because of Duncan upgrade, a lot of swapping is possible, and a lot of exchange and swap is possible at a cheaper prices, and that's one of the reasons I'm hoping why decentralized to centralized exchange dominance is relatively consistent since the last 6 weeks. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, guys, because Uniswap's volume is definitely leading the pack with $2.91 billion, and looks like the Wells notice that they received by US Security and Exchange Commission has definitely not deterred people from using decentralized exchange, and I'm talking about only Uniswap. Now so far as PancakeSwap is concerned, guys, its volume is $1.09 billion, Orca is at number 3rd, and its 24-hour volume is $478.9 million. Phoenix, guys, is at number 4th, its volume is $329.36 million, and finally Lifinity, guys, its volume is $254.23 million. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of stablecoins, guys, because the numbers have definitely increased. But if you were to compare these numbers when Bitcoin is heading towards the moon, the numbers are still relatively less. But look, guys, if the stablecoin volume increases, and if the prices of Bitcoin is actually going down, it means one thing, that people are going ahead and transferring a lot of the Bitcoin and Ethereum into stablecoins as opposed to getting it exchanged directly with fiat currency, isn't it? So that in hindsight is a positive news, I guess. Now so far as the volume of stablecoins is concerned, it is at $104.74 billion, and stablecoins, guys, is accounting for 93.62% of the total cryptocurrency market 24-hour volume. And Tether USDT is leading the pack, guys, with $88.88 billion, followed by Circle USDC, guys, and its volume is $9.62 billion, and FDUSD, guys, now is at number 3rd, and its 24-hour trading volume is $9.34 billion. And guys, over the weekend, FDUSD did actually depeg for some time, but looks like the problem has been fixed. Now let me quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum, because to be honest, guys, the numbers are definitely not looking good. Bitcoin's market cap is at $1.24 trillion, whereas Ethereum's market cap is at $369 billion. Now look, guys, these numbers will drastically change because we do have some massive news from Hong Kong, and I'm pretty much sure, guys, other countries will be following a similar pursuit, and with Bitcoin halving coming up, I'm pretty much sure there is only one way for the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum to head towards, isn't it? Now so far as the 24-hour trading volume is concerned, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $43.44 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is less than half of Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume at $21.51 billion. Now the dominance of Bitcoin has marginally gone down, but it is still extremely strong at 54.09%. Now Ethereum's dominance has also gradually pumped up, guys, and today it is at 16.10%. Now in today's episode, guys, let me very quickly run through the market cap of meme coins. And what I tend to do is, guys, I tend to look at these numbers once in every 2 weeks or 3 weeks for my Crypto and Coffee 88 podcast. But what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to DeFiLlama.com or go to Messari as well, and try looking at these numbers at least once or twice a day, to be honest, because that would give you an idea on which direction the cryptocurrency market is heading towards. Now so far as the market cap of Dogecoin is concerned, it is at a staggering $22.51 billion. Shiba Inu, guys, is at number 2nd, and its market cap is $12.79 billion. Dog with that, guys, is at number 3rd, and its market cap is $2.62 billion. Now it's really important to note, guys, the top 3 meme coins, their market cap is more than Monero's market cap. Now we talk so much about privacy, we talk so much about self-sovereign identity, isn't it? Unfortunately, guys, Monero's market cap is less than the 3rd market cap of meme coin. That, to be honest, is absolutely scary sign. Now the number 4th, guys, is Pepe coin, and its market cap is $2.13 billion, just marginally shy of Monero's market cap. And the number 5th, guys, is Floki. Its market cap is $1.36 billion. Now look, guys, the reason why meme coins are back into action is because Bitcoin ETF got approved, isn't it? And because the prices of Bitcoin got increased, I'm pretty much sure it is taking along meme coins and also the NFT marketplaces as well. Now, guys, in today's episode, before we look at the king of all kings, Bitcoin, what I want to do is, guys, I want to go ahead and very briefly touch base on UTXO, that is unspent transaction output. Now, what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, if you do want to get more information regarding UTXO, James Check, who's the leading on-chain analyst for Glassnodes, please try to go ahead and check out his episodes on YouTube or different podcasting channels, because he does provide quite a lot of technical information regarding UTXO. And to be honest guys, what he's saying does make quite a lot of sense, and I believe he has another project called as Check on Chain as well. And go to his Check on Chain YouTube channel. He's recently put up, I believe, 10 videos since the last few days, and that'll give you a much better understanding of what UTXO is. Now in today's episode, let me give you a very basic level understanding of what UTXO is, because UTXO guys stands for unspent transaction output, and in blockchain terminology guys, it refers to the output of a transactions that has not been spent yet and can be used as an input in a new transaction. So essentially guys, in simple terms, let's say when a transaction occurs in blockchain network, what it does is it creates outputs which are essentially the change from the transaction, and these outputs are recorded as UTXO. Now each UTXO guys represents a certain amount of cryptocurrency and is associated with a specific address on the blockchain. So when a user wants to make a new transaction, they typically use one or more UTXOs as input to fund the new transaction. And what happens guys is that network then verifies the UTXOs being spent are valid and have not been spent before, and if the transaction is valid guys, the UTXOs used are inputs and marked as spent, and new UTXOs are created as outputs which can then be used in future transactions. Now look guys, you don't need to worry about it. The wallet most of the time does everything. Now there are different technical concepts where you can go ahead and select which UTXO to go ahead and send, but you don't need to get into that. Now so far as UTXOs is concerned guys, they play a crucial role in maintaining the integrity and security of blockchain network, and they do that by preventing double spending and ensuring the transactions are valid. Now look guys, one of the biggest innovations of Satoshi Nakamoto was that he stopped the double spending problem. Now at this point of time, you should know that Bitcoin was technically not the first cryptocurrencies. There were cryptocurrencies before Bitcoin's invention, but they had a double spending problem. And as the word indicates guys, what double spend means, the same currency can be spent twice. But Satoshi Nakamoto solved the double spending problem. And how did he go ahead and solve that guys? That is what he mentioned in the Bitcoin white paper. And UTXO is one of the reasons why the double spending problem has been solved. And as I mentioned earlier guys, the network verifies that the UTXOs being spent are valid and have not been spent before. And this is one of the key differentiation guys between using blockchain and centralized system. In case of centralized systems, the centralized entity can go ahead and double spend. So these are basic fundamentals of blockchain technology, and they are fundamental concepts in blockchain technology and are utilized in various cryptocurrency networks. Now let me go ahead and touch base on several benefits of UTXOs guys, because the benefits include security, scalability, privacy, flexibility, and simplified accounting. So let me very briefly touch base on these points guys, because to be honest guys, these are really technical concepts, so I don't want to go ahead and explain it in this session. But if you do need any consultation, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now so far security is concerned, UTXOs help prevent double spending, a critical security concern in decentralized systems, and since each UTXO gas can only be spent once, it eliminates the risk of spending the same funds multiple times, ensuring the integrity of transactions. Now look guys, when you talk about central bank digital currency, because it is managed by the central bank or central entity, they can definitely go ahead and double spend. What that essentially means guys is that the same currency can be spent twice, maybe even 3 or 4 times, and that data will not be recorded in the ledger. But in Bitcoin and Litecoin and any other cryptocurrencies that utilizes UTXO, that thing is just not possible. Now so far scalability is concerned, UTXOs enable efficient transaction processing and validation, contributing to the scalability of blockchain networks. And by organizing transactions into discrete units, also called as UTXOs, the network can handle a large number of transactions without sacrificing performance. Now so far as privacy is concerned, UTXO enhances privacy by enabling users to manage their funds more discreetly. And since each UTXO gas represents a specific amount of cryptocurrency associated with a unique address, it provides a degree of anonymity by obscuring transaction details. And so far as flexibility is concerned, UTXO offers flexibility in construction transactions, allowing users to combine multiple UTXOs to fund a transaction or split a UTXO to send funds to multiple recipients. And this flexibility gas enables various transaction types and use cases within blockchain networks. And so far as simplified accounting is concerned, UTXOs simplify accounting and auditing process by providing a clear record of transaction history. And each UTXO gas represents a discrete unit of currency, making it easier to track funds and verify transactions on the blockchain. So overall guys, UTXOs contribute to the robustness, efficiency and privacy of blockchain networks, making them a fundamental concept in decentralized system. Now look, as UTXOs and Bitcoin transactions can also provide insights into user psychological behavior in several ways. So let me go ahead and touch base on how UTXOs can identify spending patterns, transaction clustering, address reuse, coin mixing and privacy services, risk assessment, and also investor sentiment. Now, so far spending patterns is concerned, by examining the timing and frequency of UTXO spends, guys, analysts can gain insights into user spending habits and patterns. For example, frequent spending of small UTXOs may indicate a more active and transaction-oriented user, while frequent spending of large UTXOs may suggest a more conservative or long-term holding strategy. And listen, guys, as I mentioned earlier, James Check, also called as Checkmate, the leading analyst from Glassnodes, he tends to go ahead and delve into this quite a lot, so please feel free to go ahead and listen to his information. As so far as transaction clustering is concerned, UTXOs can be clustered based on common spending patterns or transactional behaviors, and clustering techniques can identify groups of UTXOs that are associated with specific user behavior entities, providing a more granular understanding of how different users interact with the Bitcoin blockchain. As so far as address reuse is concerned, monitoring UTXOs can reveal whether users practice address reuse or employ new addresses for each transactions. Now, address reuse, guys, can indicate a lack of privacy-conscious behavior, as it increases the traceability of transactions and compromises users' anonymity. Now, so far as coin mixing and privacy services is concerned, analyzing UTXO flows can help identify the use of coin mixing or privacy-enhancing services. And these services, guys, are aimed to obfuscate the ownership and transaction history of UTXOs, but patterns in UTXO movements may still provide clues about user behavior and intentions. Now, so far as risk assessment is concerned, guys, UTXO analysis can aid in risk assessment and compliance efforts by identifying suspicious or anomalous transaction behavior. For example, guys, large UTXO consolidation followed by rapid spending may raise red flags for potential money laundering or illicit activity. Now, so far as investor sentiment is concerned, guys, changes in UTXO distribution and behavior may reflect shifts in investor sentiment or market dynamics. For example, guys, a large accumulation of UTXOs by long-term holders may signal confidence in Bitcoin's long-term prospects, while a rapid increase in spending may indicate profit-taking or uncertainty. So look, guys, analyzing UTXOs provide valuable insights into Bitcoin users' behavior, preference, and even motivations, enabling researchers and analysts and even regulators to better understand and monitor activities on the blockchain. So these are some basic level information, guys, regarding UTXOs, but if you do need any technical consultation, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now, to be honest, guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, it is looking red, but what is really strange is if you look at the fear and greed index, it is still looking at greed, but the number has been going down, and right now it is at 68. So let's see, guys, if the prices do actually fall down before Bitcoin halving. I'm pretty much sure the fear and greed index would change as well, isn't it? Now, so far as Bitcoin is concerned, guys, it is at $63,247. Since the last 24 hours, it is down by 5.13%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 10.20%. Ethereum, guys, is at $3,080. Since the last 24 hours, it is down by 5.46%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 15.20%. Now, so far as Binance BNB is concerned, guys, it is extremely strong so far as number 3rd position is concerned. And mind you, guys, I'm not taking into consideration stablecoins or XRP. And the price of Binance BNB is $545. Since the last 24 hours, it is down by 6.43%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 5.81%. Now look, guys, there was a lot of back and forth going on between Solana blockchain and Binance BNB chain as well, isn't it? And for a few days, guys, Solana did actually overtake Binance BNB chain so far as market cap is concerned. But look, guys, I'm looking at the data right now. Binance BNB chain's market cap is at a staggering $80.7 billion. But Solana's market cap, because of the congestion problems, is down by roughly around $59.5 billion. So right now there is a difference of almost $21.5 billion. But look, guys, knowing the notorious history of Solana, I wouldn't be surprised if they go ahead and pump up the volume once again. Now look, guys, despite the prices of Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency market going down, there's definitely some positive news. And that is all the way from Hong Kong. And the Hong Kong board has approved spot Bitcoin ETF and even Ethereum ETF, enabling its role as digital asset hub. So let me go ahead and share more information regarding this news, guys, because Hong Kong has granted conditional approval for asset managers to go ahead and launch Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF and harvest global investment, and a partnership between Hashkey Capital Limited and Bosera Asset Management International. They have announced receiving initial approval, and this move, guys, aims to position Hong Kong as a digital asset hub,
competing with other financial centers like Singapore and Dubai. Now, the Security and Futures Commission of Hong Kong issued conditional authorization letters if the ETF application meets certain requirements, pending final approval from Hong Kong Exchange and Clearing Limited. And OSL Digital Services, guys, will provide custodial services for Bitcoin and Ethereum products from the approved asset managers. Now look, guys, spot crypto ETFs have definitely gained attention since the debut in US in January, isn't it? And they have attracted significant investment, and the prices of Bitcoin did actually triple because of that news. Now the Hong Kong ETFs, guys, will operate in one-of-a-kind subscription and redemption mechanism, unlike the cash redemption model used in the US, and this approach could make the Hong Kong product more attractive and cost-effective. And while Hong Kong already allows future-based crypto ETFs, the demand for spot crypto ETFs remains uncertain. Additionally, guys, Hong Kong is considering application to expand its licensed digital asset exchange and developing a framework for stable coins. So it's going to be really stiff competition between Singapore, Dubai, and now Hong Kong as well. Now look, guys, this news is definitely positive for the world of Bitcoin and Ethereum, isn't it? But we do have some unfortunate news all the way from Norway. And Bitcoin miners could be forced out of Norway with the new data center law, because the Norwegian lawmakers, guys, have passed a law requiring data centers to register with the government and report their ownership and services. Now look, guys, the government aims to regulate the use of energy for crypto mining operations with the intentions of closing the door entirely on the industry. And the new law is the first of its kind in Europe, and they aim to direct energy consumptions towards socially useful services and infrastructure. And Norway's energy minister, guys, thinks Bitcoin miners cause large greenhouse gas emission and wants to push them out. But look, guys, the experts and Bitcoin maximalists definitely disagree on the evidence. Now, if you do want to go ahead and look at this, guys, the information is actually published via Decrypt, and it is in the show notes below. Now, mind you, guys, Decrypt has taken information from a local magazine in Norway, and I provided that article in the show notes as well. Now, guys, let's discuss some interesting news in the world of Bitcoin. And guys, a wallet holding 50 Bitcoin, which mined way back in 2010, has finally moved their stash after 14 years. And the Bitcoin, guys, is now currently worth $3.2 million today, and it was transferred to a Coinbase address. And this move, guys, just comes days before Bitcoin halving event, which, as we know, will cut miner rewards in half, isn't it? And on-chain data, guys, does actually state that the wallet moved 50 Bitcoin today, which is approximately worth $3.2 million. And a large part of it did actually go to the Coinbase address. And this, guys, is the power of open blockchain, isn't it? And one of the pillars of open blockchain is publicly verifiable, and absolutely anyone in the world can go ahead and validate this transaction. Now, if you want to go ahead and validate the transaction, guys, the link to that is in the show notes below. Now, guys, let's discuss some interesting news in the world of Move to Earn, that is STEPN and Adidas. And STEPN, guys, has announced a long-term collaboration with Adidas, and all by Adidas to revolutionize the lifestyle app ecosystem and promote global adoption of FSL. And this partnership, guys, includes co-branded Genesis sneaker NFTs on Solana, exclusive perks for holders, and more activations to come. And the collaboration aims to inspire a healthier and a more active lifestyle with digital assets. And the co-branded Genesis sneaker will be raffled on the marketplace with priority access for Adidas and FSL communities before opening to public on the 18th of April. And guys, an allowed list including specific communities members is in place, and users are encouraged to set up their own account by 16th of April. Now, if you do actually want the official news, guys, and how to be on the allowed list, go to the Twitter account of STEPN, and that tweet is in the show notes below as well. So those were the news, guys, on the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. Now both the news, guys, are a report, and the first one talks about United Arab Emirates securing 25 billion cryptocurrency transactions. And this report is actually published by DMCC, that is Dubai Multi Commodity Center. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this news. And the report states, guys, that the UAE has facilitated $25 billion in crypto transactions in 2022. And DMCC, that is Dubai Multi Commodity Center, did actually release a special report on Web3 titled Digital Decentralization, Crypto, DeFi, and the Metaverse. And the report, guys, explores growth drivers, innovation, and digital decentralization in various technological trends. And the key focus includes cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance, and the metaverse. Now, based on the report, guys, the metaverse market is projected to reach $3.4 trillion by 2027, driven primarily by AI advancement and tested use cases. And the global DeFi market is expected to grow from $13.6 billion in 2022 to $600 billion in 2032. Now, look, guys, I definitely am not liking this number regarding DeFi, but nonetheless, let me go ahead and explore what this report says.
because the report states, guys, that the crypto market has shown signs of stabilization after recent turbulence, with renewed interest from industry and institutions, and regulators are playing a crucial role in balancing innovation, consumer protection, and also fraud risk. And government approaches to regulations is reviewed across key regions, that is MENA region, Asia, Europe, and the US. And Ahmed Bin Salman, the executive chairman of DMCC, has highlighted exceptional growth opportunities in Web3, and so far as digital decentralization is concerned, it is a significant trend opening opportunities beyond gaming and e-commerce, and Dubai and the United Arab Emirates, guys, are investor-friendly, supporting growth with a balanced approach to innovation and consumer protection, isn't it? And DMCC provides a supportive ecosystem for Web3 businesses with over 600 members as of now. And Dubai, guys, remains as a premium hub for Web3 businesses with positive regulatory approaches, and DMCC Crypto Center, guys, offers dedicated services and partners for industry players. And Bilal Jassama, the director of ecosystem of DMCC, emphasizes Dubai's support for growth and innovation in the Web3 space, and the report also provides critical insights for members and new market entrants. And DMCC, guys, aims to help global Web3 companies capitalize on opportunities in the fast-moving landscape. And look, guys, Dubai is definitely taking leaps and bounds of as Web3 is concerned, isn't it? But along with that, Saudi Arabia is definitely taking leaps and bounds, and there's a report which is published regarding metaverse, and that is the second news for today. So let me go ahead and share more information regarding this news, guys, because Saudi Arabia is emerging as a leading player in metaverse adoption, aiming to break the geographical barriers. Now, the metaverse, utilizing virtual and augmented reality, guys, promises enhanced collaboration and connectivity, isn't it? And the impact spans across work, planning, design, shopping, leisure, travel, and lifestyle as well. And metaverse is projected to become a commercial space and tool for companies and customers. And Middle East region, including Saudi Arabia, guys, is definitely seeing potential for revitalizing key sectors aligning with Vision 2030. Management consulting firm Strategy and estimates Gulf Cooperation Council economies could gain $15 billion by 2030, with Saudi Arabia itself sharing $7.6 billion alone. And Saudi Arabia is allocating resources to metaverse, integrating into its ambitious digital transformation plans. And NEOM, as we know, has a $500 billion giga project, and it is definitely incorporating metaverse component for city development and also collaboration among stakeholders. And Priyanka Sharma from Bain & Co. Middle East, guys, sees increased access and scale offerings transcending boundaries. And metaverse adoption is expected to enhance operational efficiency across sectors like real estate, gaming, and even education. There are also virtual tools, guys, that facilitate real estate exploration without physical travel, aiding decision making. So look, guys, metaverse is definitely here to stay. But I have to say this, guys, so far as mainstream adoption as metaverse is concerned, we are looking at least 8 to 10 years from now, and metaverse applications extends to entertainment, real estate, education, and gaming sectors as well. And sectors like gaming in particular, guys, anticipate enhanced social interactions and immersive experiences. And metaverse, guys, is definitely aligning with Saudi Vision 2030 goals, supporting economic diversification and innovation. And look, so far Saudi Arabia is concerned, virtual tourism initiatives and education platform definitely contribute to Vision 2030 objectives, isn't it? And reskilling workforce becomes crucial for leveraging opportunities in the metaverse, including proficiency in virtual collaboration and digital tools. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to arabnews.com and read through the article. And look, guys, so far as Middle East is concerned, it is definitely taking leaps and bounds in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and even artificial intelligence. So definitely positive news. And that's about all, guys, from the cryptocurrency and blockchain and artificial intelligence world from Crypto and Coffee at 8 from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, for the next few minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Lisa who asks, given the comprehensive explanation of UTXOs and the significance in blockchain transactions, she's intrigued about the potential implications of UTXO analysis on Bitcoin ecosystem. Could you delve deeper into how UTXO behavior might impact investor sentiment and market dynamics with the Bitcoin network? Now, this is a really interesting question and a technical question, to be honest. Now, look, so far as price prediction is concerned, Lisa, all price predictions are 100% right, 50% of the time, but so far as UTXO is concerned, it does give us an understanding at the macro level regarding the consumers' buying and spending patterns, and understanding UTXO behavior can indeed provide valuable insight, Lisa, into investor sentiments and market dynamics within the Bitcoin network. But look, firstly, Lisa, let's look by analyzing spending patterns and transactions clustering based on UTXOs, because researchers and analysts, Lisa, can gain a significant understanding on how different segments of users interact with Bitcoin. For instance, let's say, Lisa, spendings of small UTXO might actually indicate active trading or transactional behavior, but as I mentioned earlier as well, large and infrequent spending could actually indicate long-term holding strategies. Secondly, monitoring address reuse and the use of privacy-enhancing services through UTXOs can actually shed light on the level of privacy consciousness within the Bitcoin community, and this insight, Lisa, is crucial for assessing the network's overall privacy features and its attractiveness to users concerned about anonymity as well. Moreover, UTXO analysis can also help in identifying potential risks such as money laundering or illicit activities, and this can be done by flagging suspicious transaction behavior, including, let's say, large consolidation followed by rapid spending. And earlier on in the episode, Lisa, when I talked about UTXOs, I very specifically touched base on this part as well, isn't it? Now, doing these analysis not only aids in mainstreaming the integrity of the network, but also contributes to regulatory compliance efforts as well, and changes in UTXO distribution and behavior can also serve as an indicator of shift in investor sentiment. So let's say, for instance, a sudden increase in spending or higher rate of UTXO consolidation may actually signify profit taking or a lack of confidence in Bitcoin short-term prospects, while a build-up of UTXOs held by long-term holders could actually signal optimism about the currency's future. So look, Lisa, overall, by delving into UTX analysis, what I feel is that stakeholders can gain valuable insights into behavioral patterns of Bitcoin users, assess the level of privacy and security within the network, identify potential risks, and then gauge investor sentiment. But that thing being said, it's really important to note, based on this, you can't actually go out and predict any price. And so far as UTXO is concerned, Lisa, understanding UTXOs can inform investment decisions, regulatory policies, and the overall evolution of the Bitcoin ecosystem. Those are my honest thoughts. Now look, guys, if you do need any technical consultation on this, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. And that's overall, guys, on the Crypto and Coffee Date from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East on the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and artificial intelligence world. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.